Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are from Family Folk Machine, celebrating their 10th anniversary coming up. Jean Littlejohn back with us. Hi, Jean. Nice to have you.
Hi, Dennis. Thanks so much for having us today.
And Janet Lessner, also with us. Your first appearance on the Culture Crawl, but a familiar face.
Correct.
To KCCK because you are married to Craig Kessler.
That's right.
So you've spent many, many hours.
47 years of Craig and many hours at KCCK.
Yeah. Well, welcome. It's great to have you both here.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Jean, it's 10 years, Family Folk Machine. How does that feel?
It's been our 10th anniversary all year this year, and it's just amazing. I was looking through and just for our various purposes, making a list of just names of everyone who's ever performed with our group, singers and instrumentalists. And it's just, it's very emotional just to think about each one of those people and how each person has contributed to what the Family Folk Machine was, is, and is becoming. And it's just wonderful to have a chance to celebrate all those people and all that community life.
Well, and because the group is intergenerational and you have literally all ages, you have kids who have grown up with Family Folk Machine, and I'm sure at the other end you have people who have been a part of it that now are gone and that you miss too.
Yes, absolutely. And as part of our observation of the anniversary at our upcoming concert, we have a beautiful song that the choir will sing that will be a special memorial to people who have been part of our group who have passed out of this life.
Well, and speaking of original songs, Janet, one of the reasons that you're here is that you have an original song that's going to be a part of this concert. Now, to take a step back, one of the things Family Folk Machine does is have songwriting workshops and encourage members to write and arrange songs. And Janet, this is a hitherto unknown talent to your friends here at KCCK.
To me, to me as well. I had never written a song before, ever. I've been involved in music all my life, but have never written a song. So when the workshop was offered, Craig and I decided, well, we're not really interested in becoming songwriters, but we're going to take the workshop because we want to be good folk machinists. So we did it, and something got tapped in me, I guess. And instead of going through the exercises, I just started writing songs. And one of the songs that I wrote, well, after the workshop was over, in response to some actions by our legislators in Des Moines, laws were passed that made me really quite upset and quite angry, really. And I decided to use this new channel of expression that got tapped in these workshops to write a song in response to that. It was going to be an angry song, but it turned out not to be so angry. It turned out to be really a prayer for our kids. And I played it for Alma, one of our associate directors, and I think that's how it got to Jean. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
How you first heard that song, but
Alma put out a bulletin. Oh guys, there's a song.
And when Alma told me that the choir was going to perform the song, I was just, in her words, gobsmacked. and humbled and touched.
Well, it sounds like it had an impact not only on you but on Alma and Jean and everybody who's had a chance to hear it. It's not that doesn't happen all the time, especially with early efforts. So obviously it did tap a rich vein. Now, have you written poetry? Have you anything like that ever? Or?
Just little couplets for greeting cards, sort of thing. No, this is just all new and wonderful. I had no idea that I could do this.
You did mention, kind of the genesis of the idea of where it came from, but was it words or music that came first?
Words.
Yeah.
Words.
And
I'm a word person.
Okay, I get I am too, so I get that. And then how was it then? Finding a melody to go along with that. What was that? What was that process like?
Well, living with Craig.
Music is on all the time at your
the
house.
time,
Yeah.
all the time. And, I don't know if there's anything original, I mean, there's just so many notes and chords, and I hear them all the time. And so I found those that worked with the words.
Which I think is what happens with any songwriter when it comes right down to it. Jean, what else is on the program?
Well, we have Janet's song, and then we have 4 songs that were written by our 4 adult songwriting groups in these workshops we did last spring with Christine Mode. And so those are really different because trying to write a song in a group, as you might imagine, it has its own special challenges. And one thing that's neat about hearing those songs all together is just how vastly different they are in style and mood and subject matter. So that's really fun. The kids have a song that they wrote last spring in a workshop with Nicole Upchurch. And so we have this whole kind of core of original songs. We have a few songs we're bringing in that we've done in the past.
Well, it's the 10th anniversary, so it's time for the greatest hits album.
Yeah, some greatest hits, including one that we've never performed at a sort of whole group concert, but that we had done with part of our group at a couple benefits before, an arrangement of Bob Dylan's A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall. That is just, it's really rewarding to be able to do it in sort of a bigger arrangement with the whole ensemble. And then we have a few songs that are new to us that sort of are about sort of what the family folk machine is all about taking care of our younger generations and being community-minded.
Janet, how long have you been involved with Family Folk Machine?
About a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
This is our 3rd concert.
All right.
And I would just like to add, the songs are arranged by Jean and John and Alma. And we have the most remarkably talented people working to arrange these songs. Jean is amazing.
And again, not something I don't believe, at least, not something you were schooled in or trained for, something you kind of picked up along the way, right?
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I mean, it's kind of one of those skills that draws on a whole range of skills. And so for me, that's really rewarding. I feel like all the kind of eclectic things I've studied, they can all feed into that activity, which is really nice.
Jean, how has Family Folk Machine changed over its life?
Oh gosh, that's a big question, Dennis. Well, I mean, happily, like we've gotten bigger. I've been looking through our old videos and things. Brad Mowry from the Senior Center has been making a compilation video for us with clips throughout our history, which is really exciting. And so you see the group kind of growing as it goes through time. And then, I mean, it has this whole narrative arc, right? And then, the pandemic hits and the things that we did during that time. And then the choir was smaller again. And then we've been kind of starting to build up again. And we have a noticeably bigger group this fall, I think, than we have since the pandemic, and lots of new young people, which gives it a good life. But I think one thing that I love about the sort of narrative arc about our history is that as the group grew in various directions, so many different people were able to sort of add their ideas to what we were doing. And so we've ended up sort of blossoming in all these directions that I never could have predicted from the beginning, and that I never could have accomplished on my own, even though I was trying to start this thing from scratch at the very beginning. And I think that we all benefit from this real collective of leadership and of like vision that we have by this point.
And I would add that, in addition to the joy of making music with other people, the thrill of all the voices coming together in these big open chords and beautiful sounds, it feels to me like a community. It's a welcoming community. When we joined a year and a half ago, we knew a few people, but we were made to feel so welcomed and so much a part of something larger than ourselves. It's an open-armed community, and people just enjoy being there together. It's a beautiful thing.
Family Folk Machine, 10th anniversary, Homegrown Harmony, celebrating a decade of song. It's an afternoon concert at the Englert Theatre on the 12th
of November, Sunday afternoon.
All right. And what is the ticket price?
It is free, Dennis.
It's my favorite price.
You can give us a donation if you want, though. We'll have some nice little boxes for that.
And, of course, now, after hearing Janet talk about this welcoming community, the thing you're thinking of is, well, I might need to check this out. I mean, if Craig and Janet can join in the last year and a half or so, although there is, giant talent in that family, of course. But I'm guessing a little too late probably to join for this concert, but you will be welcoming new members and then have another concert in the spring, yes?
Absolutely.
So how do people get involved?
Yeah. So we will start up for our spring session in January around the time schools start. And to get involved, you can visit our website, familyfolkmachine.org. And there's some sort of contact button on there, and you can send me an email that way and just let me know of your interest, and then we can make sure you get the information about when rehearsals are starting up.
There's no audition.
Right.
It's just
you just
come.
show up.
If you want to sing, just come.
Well, congratulations on 10 years.
Thank you.
And all the success. And Janet, congratulations on finding your new career as a songwriter. I can hardly wait to hear the tune. And again, the concert is the 12th of November at the Englert Theatre. And the website again for people who want more information?
familyfolkmachine.org.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Dennis.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio many weekdays at 10:30 or download the podcast, watch or listen on your own schedule at kcck.org/culture or using your favorite podcast app. Our video producer is Lydia Kilgore. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.